Hello friends and welcome to another episode of the Urban Homesteading channel with Professor DIY and Mrs. DIY. Today is going to be a very short episode, kind of a complement to our last week's episode about working to refinish our kitchen. And we're going to show you the process of bringing this up to date, the hood range, right?
Range Hood.
The Range Hood. That was a very pale cream color and really didn't match anything in the kitchen, right?
Right.
So stick around, we're going to show you everything we did and give you tips and tricks on how to achieve a great result. Nothing smells like mineral spirits in the morning.
You're crazy.
I did not really smell it or sniff it. This was a joke, right?
Sure. And so what are you doing here?
I'm using mineral spirits to decrease the surface. And mineral spirits are a great choice for two reasons. Reason number one, they do a great job. And reason number two, they evaporate very, very quickly. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to wait a long time for step two.
And why are we doing this?
Because there is grease on this and we're going to finish it.
So we had previously painted this before you officially moved into the house.
Yeah.
And it didn't hold up well, so we're going to do a different paint job this time.
Because even though we cleaned it, we did not degrease it.
So all you're doing is smearing it here. You gotta, yeah. So that really needs to be redone. And you can see on the towel, it's really taken off the stuff. So
The grease, and this is grease, this is
Yeah.
not paint.
right.
All right, so we're going to finish this. Not very glamorous job. And we will mask it, right? As you can see, the mineral spirit is doing a great job. It did a great job degreasing, and now it is doing a great job removing the paint.
Right.
We were not initially intending to remove the paint, but since it is doing such a great job, we decided to go ahead and do it the most right way.
The most right way instead of just some of the right way.
Righter, you know,
More better.
more better, righter.
Yeah.
Words. All right. So here we have a hood range, I guess is what it's called. And it's a good idea to mask this because there's always a chance you're going to put some paint on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in our case, we are going to actually mask it because we are going to make it look a little better. We're going to refinish it to match our light fixtures and the one behind you.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to turn around or upside
Okay.
down myself for that.
All right.
Or here, I'll do some. There we go. Just to be fun.
All right.
So this is the control panel for the vent hood, and because we don't want to get paint in there, what I did was use some painter's tape, and then I used a very sharp blade and cut around it to make sure that it's cut in correctly, and then just peeled off the extra that was around the edges. So it's a very nice clean tape in and make sure that the paint goes where it's supposed to and where it's not supposed to.
A common mistake people make when they start spraying is they try to do it all at once. As you can see here, in the beginning it looks kind of blotchy, and that's okay. Just have wide swaths of paint, and do not worry about the areas that look light. You're going to be able to cover them in a moment or two. The end result will be absolutely fantastic, so do not worry about those little details. Just do it slowly with very light coats. Many light coats will give you the best result versus one heavy coat. So just be patient and you're going to have an awesome outcome here. Am I missing any? Other than the whole this side?
That whole side, yeah.
Darth Vader?
Yeah, up to me. For those of us who don't like to inhale paint fumes.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I missing any?
See that person.
So this was our episode for today. And as you can see, we have a very, very nice result. You can come closer. It looks modern. It matches the kitchen better because we have lights that they're this color, right?
Mm-hmm.
We used to have handles that was this color, but we removed them.
Right?
And the cost for this was just a can of spray paint, right? We used a very high temperature spray paint because the first time we did it, we did not do that. And especially on the top of it, the paint just evaporated, right?
Right.
It gets a little bit warm. Now, we use a 1200 degree paint. It will never reach that temperature, but there's not an intermediate, right? You can go from a normal to a high temperature paint. And the cost is under $10 for this restoration. We use mineral spirits to clean it well first.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, it took a little bit of elbow grease, but
Yeah.
that was the expense. Was that for I think $10 you can go for something that looks dated and old to something that looks really wonderful, right?
Right. But the key to it, though, the success of it, is that you have to tape it off and really make sure that you're protecting the surfaces around it.
And spray paint is the best way for this to look nice, right? Probably painting it with a brush will leave brush marks
Oh
on the
yeah,
metal.
you can't
so.
do that. Right.
Other than that, this is really very nice. We liked how it came out. We hope you enjoyed this episode. And that concludes, I think, the revamp of our kitchen, doesn't it? We have any other big projects? I don't think so.
No, not yet.
So, if you like this episode, I'll always give us a thumbs up. If you didn't hit the other button twice, share, like, subscribe. Let us know if you'd like to see more episodes like this with small projects that show you to make a big impact, right? That's a small project that made a big impact in the look of our kitchen. From Professor DIY and Mrs. DIY, let's build something.